It's time for Mr. Brightside.
All right, let's see. Bernie up there, 20 from Riverside. What's going on, sweet pea?
I've been having some trouble with my mom lately.
What's going on?
Well, recently, a few years ago, I told her I was bisexual. I came out. But when I told her that I was vice president of my school's LGBT club, she started freaking out on me.
You know how I would couch it if I was a lady and I was going to explain to my mom or my dad I'm bisexual?
How would that
I would
go?
I've now decided to cut my cock intake in half. Sounds pretty choice, huh, Pops?
That's probably a good idea.
So imagine me taking...
You're going from 0 to 0?
Imagine me taking several thousand linear feet of cock.
I don't want to imagine that, actually.
Okay, I've chopped that in half.
All right.
Feel better?
Feel better?
I mean, yes.
Okay, now let me move forward.
Don't feel worse.
Well, what I'm saying is my cock intake
Right,
is,
I understand.
Stop saying it.
Please stop saying cock intake.
whatever it is, high or low, and it's high. But high or low, I've decided now to cut that number in half.
Please stop saying cock
Okay?
intake. Go ahead,
I hope you'd be supportive.
You know what? Given the choice between full cock intake and half, I'll take half.
Remember earlier when I was explaining to you I was spunk drunk? Now
It makes more sense in retrospect, now.
I'm just buzzed. You understand?
Can we please save this for when we're not at the dinner table?
Well, okay. Another kielbasa?
No! I can barely finish this one.
All right, let me use your kielbasa to illustrate something graphically.
Bernie, did that help?
Does that help? Bernie? No?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute.
Bernie, are you really bisexual or are you going through a phase?
It's college.
I'm not.
All right, so you've become, sorry, you came out to being bisexual to your mom,
Yes.
right? And then you've decided to head the chapter of the bisexual community or group on campus?
Yeah.
What?
Well, the whole LGBT.
You get to run the whole thing and you're only half gay?
Damn.
That's why she was outraged.
Jesus Christ. I don't
I
know.
thought they had principles.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like if Lenny Kravitz took over the NAACP.
Yeah.
It's like, come
Would
on,
be fair.
buddy.
Yeah.
You got a white dad.
I mean, you're
Come on,
very
give me
popular.
a break.
Come on.
Very Jewish, Dad.
Yeah. Think you can run this whole place?
Come on.
Bernie?
I'm only vice president.
That makes
all
sense.
makes sense.
But if something should happen to the president, like they blow up his motorcade or something, you got to go full lesbo before
Yeah,
you slide
that's right.
into that Oval Office.
Can you take that oath?
Yeah, take the oath now. All right, so what do you guys do? How often do you meet? Where? And do you need a guest speaker?
We meet every Thursday in one of the quad buildings, and we have been looking for a guest speaker recently. So
Okay.
And
Riverside Live Show.
do you have any of the minutes from the last meeting? Like, what do you guys cover?
well, right now we're trying to organize a drag show.
I love
And-
it.
A drag show?
Yes.
Now, is this Top
Yes.
Fuel? Are they funny cars? Is this alcohol? What kind of dragsters are we talking about here? Pro stock? I don't speak your language.
Tell me, every meeting isn't a drag show?
How dare you?
Okay, so you're trying to organize. So you're trying to heal the community by nutjobs dressing up in bolos and stomping around.
I'm sorry, but Visa Gold doing Material Girl is one of the most inspiring things I ever saw
All
on my
right.
college campus.
Well, maybe the community shall be healed. All right. You want to think about feeding the homeless or nothing like that? Just let's all put on some kissing potion and mince about. Okay. I'm saying, aren't
Bernie,
you guys supposed
speak
to
up for this program.
Well, aren't you supposed to be helping the community? What's the drag show going to do? You're going to raise money and give it to somebody?
Yeah, I think it's to raise money.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, but
And,
not to
we
buy
also do,
frilly
group therapy
things.
sessions.
What's that? Okay. All right. So, all right. And how many folks are in the meeting?
I think there's about 20 and 30 of us.
Okay. And your mom is not happy that you've turned political?
No. She said that if I end up being with a girl, that no guy will ever want to date me ever again.
I
beg to
let me talk to your mom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
If anything goes the other way.
Quite the opposite from what I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell pretty clearly because guys usually aren't in the habit of beating off two ex-partners, but in this case, we make exceptions.
Right.
Just to be honest with you. Bernie, you dislike your mom, right?
I love her. It's just sometimes it's hard.
Well, wait a minute. Last time we talked, wasn't she being kind of bitchy?
Last time.
Well,
Oh,
you called me about the smoke detector, right?
Yeah, she said that she didn't want to pay to have the smoke detector batteries replaced.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
It's a big ticket item. That's a 9-volter. That's no C-cell, my friend. That's $4 if it's a penny. Yeah. Yeah. You can't put a price on peace of mind, but I'd say anything over $350
Absurd.
would be absurd. Yeah, you had some issues with your mom, and now it's time to pay the fiddler, right?
I just don't know what to do.
All right, hold on a second. Can I tell you one thing I learned from Loveline day one was you fuck around with your kids. Your kids can't really fuck around with you when they're 4, but when they're 24, oh, they can.
It's coming.
And they just figure out, I used to find it all the times, like, I'm dating a black guy, and my dad's out of his mind, and he can't stand it, and I'm off in it, and I would say, like, where do you go to college? And I go, I'm at Arizona State. I'm like, where's your dad? He's in Newark. It's like, why does he need to know you're dating a black guy? Just date a black guy. He's like, I got it. No, I told him. Why? Why did you not? Do you like it? No, he's a racist. Oh, okay.
Snaps into focus.
All right,
Yep.
it's time. It's payback time, Dad. That's what kids do.
It's amazing.
So her dad or her mom is a bitch, and she knows.
Why?
But see, here's the thing. My mom, if I wanted to get back at my mom, if I said I'm bisexual, she'd start chilling the champagne or champagne if I bought it for her. But she wouldn't care,
No.
right? So if I hated my mom, I'd go, I'm going to vote for Trump this year. And then she'd go, or next year. And then she'd go, that would kill. Like, you got to find the
She'll
thing.
ignore you more.
You got to find the thing that gets them. And Bernie has told her mom this because she knows it's going to get her, right, Bernie?
Well, when I first told her I was bisexual, she was fine with it. I thought she'd be proud that I ended up being the vice president of a club, but she didn't take it well.
You know what I think it is? I think there's the parents that are like, okay, I support you in your own private life, doing your own private thing, but now you're quote unquote putting it on display, and that makes them nervous and uncomfortable. That's my guess.
She's rubbing her face in it.
Right.
Yeah. Is Dad around or no?
He's around, but I'm not telling him.
Shrewd. And did you get the... hey, when you're doing that drag show... Maybe you could raise enough money for 9-volt batteries. You guys go ahead and get a replacement in the smoke
Put a line
detector.
item in there.
Yeah, carve out the first $4 for the battery.
There are expenses.
Yes, that's right. You living with Mom?
I'll ask my treasurer.
Are you living with Mom?
Yeah, I live with both my parents.
What? When do you think you might be moving out? Like, I moved out when I was 19. You're 20. You could think about that.
Maybe 22 if I get a job after I get my degree.
Is scholarship to live on campus not an option?
I go to a community college.
Okay.
They don't have dorms.
Yes, it's not an option.
What are you thinking about doing once you get out of community college?
Well, transferring to a 2-year and then going on to do fashion design.
No, okay. Wait, you're going to transfer to a 2-year or 4-year?
4-year, sorry. My apologies.
I love junior college students. They're the best.
Because they're hardworking.
Because it's like college for people who shouldn't be at college but don't feel like working. So that's why you get those kind of answers. All right, Bernie, here's what I would say. We're at the end run of this thing where you live at home and you have to share things with your parents and so on and so forth. It's kind of that thing where you give 2 weeks notice in your job, the deal. The boss not going to come in and have a lot of demands. You're not going to go in and go, we're out of coffee. It's just you got 2 weeks. You're there just to kind of coast.
Just make it.
Yeah, so you just kind of take those. And you're 20 now. You're independent.
Yeah.
You'll be 21 soon. You can go out and get a 6-pack and sit in the park. And just burn away the evening. So what I'm saying is let's just coast. Let's kind of keep your head down for the last couple of years. People all this time, they do this thing where it's like, you got to tell these people. You got to make these announcements. You don't hide behind. It's like I'm a huge fan of just kind of going, just stay out of this guy's way for 18 months and then move out.
Of course.
Move
And then
on.
do whatever you want to do once you move out. Bernie?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think in terms? I'm curious about this bisexuality.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's
would
bi-curious.
I would find it almost impossible to be 50% gay and 50% heterosexual. It seems like a mathematical impossibility.
Superpower.
It's called being a college chick.
I feel like you've got to lean a little more. Like if there's a who's a gal you're attracted to, Bernie?
Like someone I know or like a celebrity?
Yeah, give us a name we've never heard of before so we have context.
First and last.
Another junior college answer right there. You guys should all be working at the fucking Gap. Do you understand? Yeah.
No.
Tell us Bernice
wants
and
to be
Eddie.
She wants to be a fashion designer.
I know. Pick somebody, pick a female that we've heard of.
Brie Larson.
Brie
Nice.
Larson.
Well done.
All
Okay,
right, there you go. Okay, good, solid. And then a guy that we've heard of. Not
Brad
right. Who?
Come on. That's not
Who?
Not Brian
Brett Pitt.
Bishop.
Come on. Why is that picture always
picture.
ready?
That picture is at the ready. It's always holstered.
Who's a guy you're attracted to?
I'd say I'm sticking with Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Brad Pitt. Brie
I was
Larson.
afraid it was be like a girly guy. You know what I mean?
Brad Pitt. All right, Brad Pitt. Now, I have stationed them both outside of your bedroom door
Surprise.
on a random Wednesday night. And I've said, I'm going to bring one or the other. You can't have them both. I'll just bring one in. And by the way, you don't get the other the next night. You know what I mean? It's just one of them's coming in.
One and done.
One
and done.
vaporizes.
And that's it. Who do you pick, Bree or Brad? Or Brian? Not Paul.
Come on.
Brie Larson.
Wow, okay.
Me too.
All right. So you're a little more lesbian than hetero, right?
5149.
Yeah.
Would you say? Would you say
yeah.
all bi people are, well, not all. Most might lean a little gayer than they do straighter.
Well, you're already, going out there, to that destination halfway.
Dipping a
Right.
toe.
Which the rest of us wouldn't dare.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Bernie,
Yes.
when do you turn 21?
Next September.
All right. So your dad's cool. You just don't want to upset him with your announcements of being bisexual?
No, I know he'll kick me out.
Oh, my.
He'll kick you out. Is he religious?
Yeah,
He is.
he is. My mom's actually the cooler one of the two.
Don't you feel like it's kind of a burden on your mom, like telling her and then she knows she can't tell your dad?
I didn't think of it that way.
All right. Sorry for introducing that thought. Bernie,
Bernie.
I'm going to ask you to spend a lot of time with your friends and to sort of not get into it with your parents over about anything. Look, take it from a pro. You don't have to talk to your parents about anything. You just
Ever.
come and go and leave the house and do whatever you want, then come home and go to bed, and then just get up the next day and just take off and make your own stuff. Especially at 20, you don't need it.
No.
Just go there, treat it like kind of a youth hostel or something. You just go to at night, go to bed, and then just get up the next day and slide out of there. All right, Bernie? You have your youth. And whereas I only have half the world's population as potential sex partners, you have the entire globe.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Good for you. Want to give her some Tommy John?
Yeah, I'm going to give her some Tommy John.
They have great bras now.
They have great bras.
They are
They have great
so
everything. They
awesome.
make women's stuff. They make men's stuff. They make everything. All right, so stay on the line, Bernie. We'll get you some Tommy John swag.